Yeah, I think it's just getting colder and colder, man. It's just not, this is not ideal. And of course we got our Leave friends back in here. You guys are not welcome. Alright guys, so first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, we're getting right into it. If you guys would have missed yesterday's upload, go ahead and check that out. We made a lot of progress yesterday, completely modified our Crossmember, and today I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up and go ahead and get our washers made and see if we can get the 2J actually like bolted up engine mount side. That way we can kind of get that out the way, make sure we don't need any modifications on the firewall before we go ahead and primer it. You know, so let's just, I guess let's just get to it. Alright guys, so here's what we have so far. Got our chopped up Crossmember and this is what we had to go ahead and chop out last night. So essentially we chopped out this corner and then I had to chop out this little notch in here as well. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to maybe go about and welding this back up. I'm thinking if I maybe cut this notch out, that way I can have like a nice smooth transition and have a nice rounded piece instead of like making, you know, one piece here, one piece here, and one piece here instead of 3 pieces. Same for this side. So I'm not really too sure. I should be able to go ahead and do that and then bend the metal in, you know, around it. I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. So I got my pieces cut out here, and then again, you guys know we got our weld through primer. Essentially this is paint that you guys can use. It's a zinc enriched coating that provides corrosion protection while minimizing distortion and welding splatter. So this is so if you're, you know, you got bare metal on the inside of something that's gonna get moisture that you won't really be able to get to paint on, this is what you go ahead and use. So this will prevent corrosion. Alright guys, so just if you're wondering what I use to do all my welding with, this is just an Everlast Power MIG 140. It does all of the pretty much basic stuff that you guys need it to do. It does have like a spool gun option, but I don't, you know, I feel like if you want to do aluminum, buy a TIG. And then, yeah, so if you guys want info for this welder, at least for Everlast, is in the description. Should be at least. Go ahead and check them out. Alright guys, so we went from looking like this, and by no means am I a fabricator, okay, this is just me in my garage just doing a bit of fab, and we went to this right here. Again, my welds aren't the best, but you know, I'm learning as I go. Definitely strong. I nailed it several times with a hammer very hard, and we're all very good there. So this side is pretty much complete. Oh my god, this is just, I cannot wait to have a shop with like a metal working bench and like actually some space to do stuff. This is just not, subscribe please guys so we can get ourselves a nice shop. It's well needed. And then just another thing I have to go ahead and do and finish this side up is, see that little gap right there? We gotta patch that up just real quick, and that'll have this looking really nice and super strong. Well, I just found out I wasn't recording that whole time, so that's pretty awesome. On a side note, ran out of freaking wire here, so that's freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to go and get some more. Hopefully Home Depot got what we need, but yeah, so far come along pretty good. Almost done, but we're gonna need some more wire, so I'll be back. Alright guys, check out this fancy little piece of wood we got here. I just took the thumbnail for today's video. Sorry about the super late upload, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, all welded up. It's weird, after I put the new wire in, it like didn't weld right for the first, like, it was all funky. Where was it? Where'd it get all weird on me? Up in here, I think no, it was this side. I don't know, I think I might have like patched up or re-welded over it or something like that, but yeah, it did not like it for whatever reason, and then it started getting back into its groove again. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and tied in the steering like bracket type deal, steering rack bracket, back into the main portion and our new plate. Same thing on this side, and we put a little reinforcement here because this wasn't welded. I'll probably also reinforce up in here and everywhere I kind of can. The only thing left, it's looking really good, by the way, like this is looking really good. I got a couple thumbs up and approvals from a few of my buddies, including the wizard Brad. He's like, this is killer, and yeah, so this is totally gonna work, man. Only thing left I gotta do, hang on, thing is slippery. I just went ahead and applied some primer to the bottoms here, so we can go ahead and box those off, and we'll be looking good for a whole coat of primer on this thing. So let's just get right into it and finish this sucker off for tonight. Man, the old trusty steed, man. I don't know what was going on. I'm just thinking maybe my ground wasn't good, but it seemed like it was a wire feed issue. This new wire, it's a Hobart roll of wire. I don't know if it's just Hobart just has like this weird thing against Everlast, and it's like, no, I don't know, but here we are. Was able to kind of make it work. I had to run a way higher wire speed, and even then it kind of was juddery. So I don't know if the spool itself is kind of like a little bit, you know, maybe it's a little cross-threaded or something's going on weird in there, but whatever, we made it work, guys. As you can see, again, freaking rad, dude. So we have ourselves a fully complete, fully modified Crossmember for a RB or JZ swap. Well, technically, if this was an RB swap, these little extra pieces that I notched out yesterday would not have been necessary. As you guys saw in McKinney's picture, they just had this center portion notched and that was it, but we need some extra room. I'm pretty happy with it. Not even to go ahead and grind the welds down, just maybe take some of the slag off, and then to go ahead and prime it and paint it. I don't know if I'll paint it today, but we'll probably go ahead and prime it. That way it can cure up and dry pretty nicely, because I'm just probably going to use some out-of-the-can primer, nothing too fancy. I bought a powder coating gun, which is in that box right there, but I would powder coat this, but I don't have an oven big enough for this thing. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and paint it the same color as our valve cover, the black, that carbon black. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alright, so I actually just had to go to Home Depot, got a freaking vise, because I needed one. I was going to use this to drill our washers out, and then I found that they're nowhere near big enough, but I'm going to see if they're going to work. You know, we got ourselves one of these crazy fire, like, steel demon, crazy, unique, flat design, you know, so got one of them, and I really have to clean this whole place up. Holy cow. So we also got all these guys, which I got some zinc coated engine bolts to bolt it to the, and we got these things, which are, I don't know, like 1.5 inches. We'll kind of see if they do anything. So we have that, we have some grinding discs, and subframe, Crossmember is in, and have the car jacked up. About to get this guy in and see how we're looking, man. Fingers crossed we're good, dude. I just want to get this whole situation sorted out. That way I can confirm that the engine bay is clear for primer. So, let's get it. So check these out. I got these washers here. They're pretty thick. I mean, as you guys can see, they're, I don't know, about a 1/16 of an inch maybe. Each, 1/8, I don't know, probably about an 1/8 of an inch. We'll go ahead and see if these can lift this side up enough, you know, enough that we can have full clearance. That would be freaking awesome. Get a nut on them both, that way it actually stays on there. It's freezing too, by the way. Well, first off, as you guys can see, that's what I'm worried about. Since we have no like center structural support, the mount is just kind of getting blown out a little bit. All right, so I mean, our clearance where we had our issues is now like, it's clearing it, but I think we'll have better luck once I kind of reinforce the center of that bushing. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and chop off the top part, like this, you know, the bigger part. And I'll be left with this little piece that can slide inside, and then I can put the washer on top, that way it doesn't crush it all. This could be the golden ticket. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can use to chop this in half. It's rubber, so I'm not too sure what's gonna work the best, but I'll be back. All right, so believe it or not, I actually use this freaking thing somehow. Just some nice good, you know, as you're kind of coming down on it, you'll get a nice good cut. So here we have, I just took it out from this side. Now, here is, oh, hang on, she's stuck in my glove. Here's a little top piece that we cut out. So this will slide in here, like so, okay? This little washer will sit right on top, just like that. And we'll have another washer on the bottom. Or maybe we could just stack two right up here. That might be the move, you know what I mean? That might be the move. Or maybe I'll just put one at the bottom just to help it keep it stay stable. You know what I mean? That might be the move. I'm pretty stoked though, man. We're being resourceful as all hell, so can't argue with that. Guys, look at it. It's in. And it's like actually in, man. Ah, this is freaking awesome. The clearance is gnarly down there. I have maybe a half a finger's width around the whole notch of the crossmember, guys. So you do not need to touch your oil pan. Okay? Do not need to touch it. And I was looking up rear sumps, man. They're expensive. Like, they were like $400 to $500 for a rear sump setup, man. Screw that all jazz. I did this for free, just a little bit of my time. And I learned a lot. And now I can make more in the future for other people if they need theirs done. So I'm very stoked. I just can't believe that it's working, man. This side was the pain side. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Let me get my phone. But the clearance right here is nuts, okay? Like, I can't fit a finger there, but I know there's clearance. That's how close we are. I mean, this is how close it's came down to. And by the way, look at our subframe bushings acting as a mount, dude. Money. Dude, I love this, you know? I'm a big fan of this. So here's the problem though. We do have an issue. By the way, heater hoses, oh, hang on. Heater hoses are perfect. Those clear, I mean, just barely, but we do clear. Here's the problem though. I believe this fitting or this water line up top here, the JZ, is one of our heater lines. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to hammer in that part of the firewall. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I swear, oh hang on, I swear that's a heater hose. And the way I'm gonna go around routing it is finding a 90-degree bend, coming off it, shoot it across the side behind here. Hang on, I'm zoomed in. Behind here and run it down, and then see if I can find some weird, like crazy heater hose that'll work in there, or kind of chop and make 2 out of 1, or 1 out of 2. But that's the only issue I can see. I mean, we're super, super close to the firewall. We're not touching, but we are very close. This, I believe, is resting on it a bit, so we do have to mess with it a little there for sure. Radiator room, I think we're golden. I'm not really too worried about that. But damn, man, I can't believe, like, look at this. Look at this. This thing is not moving. It's in there, dude. Like, I can't believe it, bro. That's awesome. Granted, it's probably getting wedged a little bit back here, so that's definitely an issue. I got to go ahead and handle that, but we're doing super well right now, man. We're good. You know, I don't see anything else we need to mess with. Bell housing looks like it's gonna be okay. We're looking good. Had to sweep up all these damn leaves, man. They're just always getting in the way of my groove, man. Woo, she's looking good. As far as height, it's not that high anymore. It used to sit quite high in the engine bay. I'm pretty happy with that. looking down in here, looking good. Again, we're gonna clean up that pan, make it look super nice, paint it all pretty, or pan, the cross member. But yeah, buddy, the clearance behind it is gnarly. So now if you guys are wondering, like, alright, so now what about the trans mount? Here's the problem. Freed Engineering does not make a transmission mount for a CD09. There's our CD09. I think they only make mounts for a R154. No big deal. We are going to go ahead and make our own. Now, essentially, I have my factory Z32. There's our factory Z32 mount. So at least we'll have the factory bolt pattern. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is maybe chop off the ends, bolt them to the car, and then that way I'll have a base to kind of make one off of that. But guys, today's video was a huge step. Tomorrow, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead, we'll yank this all back out again, and go ahead and prime the subframe. Maybe even if we get lucky, get into painting it. It shouldn't take too long. That way we can get that complete and out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and finish, well, I should say finish, but try to, wrap up our prep here going down. I'm going to go ahead and mess with that firewall a little bit. A lot of things to do, guys. A lot of things to do. We have to drill some holes for intercooler piping. The list is long. I'm thinking, guys, here's my thought behind this. Let me know what you think. It sounds a little sketchy, but sometimes you got to be a little sketchy to get the job done. So I know it's going to be an absolute pain to get this motor in with the trans, especially knowing how big that trans is, through down here from the top of the car. I'm sure it can be done, no problem. Like, it can be done. I know it can be done, but how can it be, can it be done cleanly and without, avoiding any contact? The firewall, I've hit the firewall like 10 times putting it in just now, and I don't want to risk, especially after all of the work I'm putting into this thing, the last thing I want to go ahead and do is scratch or gouge the paint. So here's my thought process. We have our lift. We have the car. I'm thinking, I build some sort of plate or something to bolt to the bottom of this car, or use a strap even, just put a strap here or something, and lift this up. I know some of you guys are going to get mad because you're lifting from this bar and stuff like that, but it's not like we're holding the car there forever, and I don't know, I'm just really not too worried about that at the moment. So I'm thinking, we have the motor bolted up to the cross member already, done. Get that underneath the car. Well, first off, to do that, I'm thinking we get this thing, hook it onto the bottom frame rail, hoist this sucker up as high as we can. I mean, I only need the hoist, I only need to jack the car up about, up to here. So I really don't need much, just to slide the 2J underneath, because then I can drop the car on the motor, and I think that's just it's just a way better. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that, because it just seems better. But alright guys, that is going to be it for today. Sorry if it was a little bit shorter, but I just really wanted to knock out that cross member. At least just have it complete to where we can go ahead and refinish it and get it painted and looking super good. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are freaking awesome watching these daily content, daily uploads. I've been at it for over 2 weeks now, and I'm feeling good. I'm still ready on the grind, man. I'm up super late, working every night, and back up at it the next day. But it's good, man. I'm enjoying it. This is awesome. I want to get this car done. I'm more than happy doing the work that I'm doing. It's a lot of work, that's for damn sure. And we still have a lot of work to do to get the engine bay at a point where it's ready for primer. So hang in with me, guys. This build is going to be nuts. The plan is to take it down to Kentucky, meet up with Brad again, and we're going to tune this thing and hopefully put down a pretty decent number. So the goal is October 31st. Are we going to hit that goal? Maybe not, but it's very possible still. If things all go very well, if we can get this engine bay painted this week, and my clutch actually is going to be coming in, well, not coming in, but we'll be shipping out tomorrow, so that's awesome news. I'm going with the Stage 4 competition clutch. Shout out competition for helping me out a little bit. We'll do a whole video on that install coming soon. But yeah, man, I'm happy. Hopefully you guys are happy. A lot of stuff going down, man, so please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out more than you guys even know. Subscribe. Please share this with your friends, man. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to know about this thing? This is awesome. I want you to tell your mom and dad about this thing, okay? Let me know what mom and dad think down in the comments below. Hi mom, hi dad, if you guys, hi guys, if you're watching. But yes, here we are, we're doing good. I'll see you guys tomorrow as usual. Sorry about the late upload yesterday. Should be back on track today and tomorrow. we should be back on track. But thank you guys so much. Have a good night. I'm done. I'm rambling. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.